fuck a squid game, I'll eat it like it's calamari,
Life's a long road and I'm just trying to walk the path. I bet a couple people wonder how I've gone this far.
Complete Dutch courage. And I'm addicted to you. I find about you every night and day. What song is that? I clearly know it, but...
Hello, I'm one of the counsellors with the Alcohol and Drug Support Line. How can I help you?
I'm just struggling a bit. I'm feeling like I'm tempted to relapse, so I thought I'd better call someone.
Yeah, so what happened?
Who to pick?
Love the way that's opened. Love the way that has just set the tone, and now over the phone is what he's going to be saying to this lady over the phone.
Yeah, so what happened?
Who'd have pictured I'd be consumed by such a stupid sickness? Used to witness it but never knew that I'd find booze addictive. Never knew that in the future I'd be glued into its huge statistics. It's not exclusive to the music business. A screw is loose and I refuse to fix it. I just choose to sitting down a few.
Screws are loose and I refuse to fix it. That's cold.
Never knew that in the future I'd be glued into its huge statistics. It's not exclusive to the music business. A screw is loose and I refuse to fix it. I just choose to sitting down a few without a clue how huge the risk is. As soon as it just hits my lips, I'ma lose forgiveness and go bananas like koalas with some eucalyptus. I cue to quit, but what's the point when I'm
Only Complete could ram a multi off of eucalyptus.
and go bananas like koalas with some eucalyptus. I cue to quit, but what's the point when I'm a fold again? Sold my soul for some coldies, resulting in being cold as them. The golden gem, but now I'm watching my goals descend. My autograph's a mess from getting tremors when I hold a pen. I told myself I have control.
My autograph ain't the same because I'm getting hand tremors. I've got shaky hands from withdrawal symptoms.
Send my autograph's a mess from getting tremors when I hold a pen. I told myself I have control, but the controls pretend. Dug my own hole, now there's too much of a hole to mend. Cause I've been drinking ever since I was as old as 10. Weird how my very worst enemy is my oldest friend. Fuck.
Deep that bar, how my oldest enemy... Wait, what is it? My biggest enemy is also my oldest friend.
As old as 10. Weird how my very worst enemy is my oldest friend. Fuck.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's really been your life. It just hasn't been just a part of your life. Your life has revolved around alcohol.
Yeah.
And so the mind, the addicted brain, or the mental obsession, whatever you want to call it, wants to take you back there, wants to say, Sheldon, just have one. You're doing so well, one won't hurt.
Always thinking something. Tins of rum, I'd rinse them since a munchkin. Used to drink for fun or drink for functions. Now I drink to function. January.
Am I really ready to take in this second verse?
Rinse them since a munchkin. Used to drink for fun or drink for functions. Now I drink to function.
I used to drink for fun or to drink for functions, like for motives, for parties, for shows, and now I just drink to function, just to work, just to humanly be able to move on a daily basis. Fun, function. It sounds so simple. Who was I talking to about this? There was an artist I was talking to about this, or someone, and it's like, I'm almost mad that I didn't think of that lyric myself. You know a lyric's good when it has this simplicity about it, but it's so good that you almost think, rah, how did I not think of that play on words, or how did I not think of that reference? Because it seems so easy. It's like, surely someone said that, but I feel like that's the first time I've ever heard it. Yeah, let's pull it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And so the mind, the addicted brain, or the mental obsession, whatever you want to call it, wants to take you back there, wants to say, Sheldon, just have one. You're doing so well, one won't hurt.
Always thinking something. Tins of rum.
And again, I didn't even think of that, even from a video aspect. You got Liquorland there on the right hand side, and then when they cut to the other shot, you got it on the left hand side there as well. So he's literally having this phone call right, where he is, What, right, wait, next to his demon, should you say?
You're doing so well, one won't hurt.
Always thinking something. Tins of rum, I'd rinse them since a munchkin. Used to drink for fun or drink for functions. Now I drink to function. January 1st, a binge begun. My fingers crunching different cups and mixing up a pinch of punch to bring the month in. My shrink's assumption is I'm hunting for an introduction to a sober life. She don't know that I'm on the brink of jumping. A drunken prick, my friends must think I'm the Grinch and stubborn. Never wanna link for lunch, I'd rather chug a drink. I fucking dump my missus cause I knew I'd never make it work. All the pain and hurt, I just didn't wanna make it worse. If I stayed with her, she'd never get the happiness she may deserve. Though I loved her, I put my cravings first. I'm so ashamed that I'm a slave to this forsaken curse. And I'm afraid I'll be afraid until I'm laid in dirt. And when that day occurs, save your champagne and just embrace my words. Know the addiction's done when they take the hearse. Yeah.
So the problem is that...
Listen to the fucking delivery, man.
January
Listen
1st,
to
a binge
the
begun. My
delivery.
fingers crunching different cups and mixing up a pinch of punch to bring the month in. My shrink's assumption is I'm hunting for an introduction to a sober life. She don't know that I'm on the brink of jumping.
Here.
A drunken prick, my friends must think I'm a Grinch and stubborn. Never wanna
Here.
link for lunch, I'd rather chug a drink. I fucking...
But there's all right, okay. So he's putting a lot of raw emotion into the delivery, right? But he's got this level of control to the point where he's not just shouting. It's almost like you're holding back your punches. It's, you know, there's that grit, there's that raw emotion in there, but you're almost holding it back. It's like, how do I explain? It's like, I don't know how many of you have had this, like when you're mad, but you know you can't just punch up everyone. So you've got all of this pent up energy and you're holding back your punches. You've got your fist clenched, you're ready, but you can't quite throw it. And so you've just got it just at that point. It's like before the peak, but it's almost like this wall just pushes you back. All right, so now let's take that to the delivery. That's exactly what you've got there. It's like he's going to swing and then he just about holds his words. And so you still get that raw emotion without it being just loud. There's a difference between shouting and showing emotion. There is a huge, huge difference. And you have to be a very talented rapper to find that very, very fine balance. It's like people who can sing very, very loud and project their voice. There's a difference between singing loudly and projecting your voice and just shouting or being loud. Loudness is not the meter of how you deliver a line. I don't know if that made sense, but we're here. Put it on a quotable Instagram page or some shit. Put it on a bench or some shit.
Must think I'm the Grinch and stubborn. Never wanna link for lunch. I'd rather chug a drink. I fucking dump my missus cause I knew I'd never make it work. All the pain and hurt, I just didn't wanna make it worse. If I stayed with her, she'd never get the happiness she may deserve. Though I loved her, I put my cravings first. I'm so ashamed that I'm a slave to this forsaken curse. And I'm afraid I'll be afraid until I'm laid in dirt. And when that day occurs, save your champagne and just embrace my words. Know the addiction's done when they take the hearse. Yeah.
So the problem is a lot more serious than... This is a serious problem. You're in a serious position right now.
Well, that's why. You know, I wanted to stop drinking, really. I felt like if I kept going, then I'll eventually die.
Yeah. Dutch courage, what does that mean? It's kind of false courage. You've had the courage or the humility or whatever to reach out and say, hey, I want to talk to someone, I'm worried I'm going to drink and I don't want to. It's about building your new life that doesn't include alcohol.
Drug and alcohol support line. As someone who fortunately has not suffered with alcohol or drug abuse, or addiction, this still hits very hard. And so if you do relate to this in any way, shape or form, I can imagine this hits home even harder. I second the notion of if you do need help and you do feel like you need support, please do reach out to someone. Please do something about it. You are not alone in that struggle. You are not the only one going through it. And I do encourage you to find some help in some way, shape or form, however you see fit. And I'm glad that Complete makes songs like this. One, because unselfishly he is probably helping a lot of people, even if it is just by talking about it and saying, yo, I go through this. And I'm sure that there's plenty of people that listen to this and go, yo, I go through very similar things, if not the same story. And I feel like that's why it's important to do it. I also feel like selfishly for Complete, it's good because it gets that shit off of his chest too. I'm not saying he's making this song for selfish reasons. Maybe he is. But I feel like it takes a lot of courage, and not just Dutch courage, it takes a lot of deep courage to put out a song like this, because for some people it's hard to write about this, others it's very, very easy, and I don't know what it's like for Complete to write about this kind of stuff, but it still takes the conscious action and decision to put it out, which isn't an easy thing, because it does make you more of an easy target to certain people. It does make you more vulnerable to certain people, and in a lot of other ways I feel like you gain a lot of strength from it though. Through people, through the kind of the Eminem 8 Mile thing of like, yeah, tell someone something they don't know about me kind of shit. Like, I definitely feel like there's a level of strength within that as well, and I have nothing but respect for it. I just want to shout out Drop Shot Media, because they have done a fantastic job at capturing such a simple video in a lot of ways, but very powerful, and Complete is very, very good at that. Let's look at the video for Jordan. How simple that video is and how important that is, and I know that's been doing numbers on like TikTok and Instagram and things like that recently as well. So I'm glad that Complete makes these kind of songs, because it comes from, unfortunately, a very, very real place, but importantly, that is the reason why it's best for him to talk about it when he is ready to, as opposed to someone like myself, as an example, who hasn't gone through the same struggles. I will talk about struggles that maybe I've been through and that are personal to me, but I personally wouldn't make a song on this subject too deeply anyway, because I feel like people like Complete are the ones to talk about this. Now, that doesn't mean I want Complete to always talk about this, and I want Complete to be happy, and when he is, you know what I mean, fantastic. I just feel like when he does make these kind of ones, one, from a technical standpoint, he is one of the best at storytelling in Australia, and two, when he wants to get something off his chest, he is one of the artists that is best at explaining that to his fans. Husky is another great one. Cogs very recently, as well, Cogs has always done it, but recently we've been talking about him, so that's why I say recent. Cogs is someone who's great at doing that. You know, there's certain artists that do a fantastic job at explaining what's on their mind, and Complete has done a fantastic job of doing that here. So yeah, with that all in mind, shout out everyone, and hope everyone's well. And like I said, if you need support, go get support, because yeah, man, we're not all Superman and Superwoman. We can't all do shit on our own all the time. So yeah, man, if you need help, reach out to someone. And as for the Complete, shout out Complete.